Hey y'all, what's going on? Hey y'all, what's going on? How's everybody doing today? Hope y'all are feeling good, feeling great. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Everybody tap that goddamn screen. We need to get up to our first 10,000 likes before we can get started with our content today. If you are, wherever you follow me at, maybe tap, 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 tap that screen. Tap, 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 tap that screen. All right. We're trying to get set up everywhere. It's a whole goddamn job. I'm late. I said I was gonna be on here at 11:30. Here it is noon. Maybe but I made it in. And thank you, Queen 11. Had some tech issues this morning. Well, two issues. One, I was running late because my class ran over, and then outside of class running over, I had tech issues. But it's okay. We got through. Okay, everybody, give me housekeeping, housekeeping, housekeeping while y'all are tapping the screen. Instagram, we got a goal today. We need 12 badges. Okay, we need 12 badges today in Instagram. Also, if you know somebody that is trying to work with a brand, tell them to go ahead and come on. Say, baby, come on in the house. Get over here. Okay, get over here. King Ashley is doing this good teaching out here in these streets. Okay, things that people charge hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars for. I'm teaching them for free. Also, if you're in here, if I've helped you make money out here in these social media streets, y'all know what I want you to see. Drop the money bags, the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero, whatever makes you feel good down in your shana na. Okay. Let the people know how much I've helped you make if you feel compelled to share that with them as well. Also, why yes, hey Anticar Beauty, what's going on, doll? I don't know what's going over here in Instagram land. It keeps saying it's paused due to the connection. I got the green light, but it's saying my connection is poor, child. Y'all know AT&T be taking me through these changes in these streets, okay? Okay, okay. All of that. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. Um, all of that good stuff. Okay. So first piece of housekeeping, y'all. We have a actual TikTok official battle on the 19th. That's this Friday at 7:30 p.m. If I'm not mistaken, Central Standard Time. It is a Road to Superstars battle. Okay, we got a big battle. So y'all please put it on your calendars. I was trying to make an event and TikTok wouldn't let me. So I'm going to try and make an event again after I get off of the stream. And um, hopefully I'll be able to put it up so y'all can register. But just in case I can't, put it in your calendar. Okay. Housekeeping number 2 that you guys need to know about. Y'all know y'all have been sweating me. Okay. Y'all been pressing me and I had to make sure I had time. Uh, You said AT&T is not allowed in your complex, baby. I understand why, honey, because they giving me the blues. Hey, Mika, what's going on? What's going on, gorgeous?
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today,
I'm good. And you?
baby? I'm good. Outside of AT&T tripping on us. Outside of
I
that
know.
though, we're doing good. We're doing great in these
That's
streets.
good.
Yes.
That's good.
How about yourself?
I'm loving to hear. I am good. I am
Thank
good.
you. We're gonna be Blondie for a minute. Child, y'all see
That's
this?
fine.
It's a checking connection.
I see it.
Child, I don't know. I don't know. We gonna make do with what we got going on over here, okay? I guess it's not meant for Instagram to get the information today. I don't know. Okay, it's meant for us. Okay, period.
Exactly.
If y'all are in here, do not leave. We're just building inventory. I know some of y'all see somebody battling. Y'all like, oh my God, someone wants me to contribute to them. First of all, when y'all do that anyway, y'all on Shady Boo stuff because you literally can just tap the screen. Literally, you can tap the screen and type comments, and it helps us so much. Okay. But the other thing is, why do y'all just want to be leeches? Why do y'all want to take from people anyway? Like, do both. You know what I'm saying? Tap the screen, share the live. But we literally, right, we're literally just building inventory, okay? Because we have a big battle coming up. When it's time for us to battle, I normally put like battle me or battle time or something like that in my title, so then people know that it's time to battle. Anyway, Mika, you want to be on mute or off mute today?
You could mute me.
You want me to mute you? Okay, you guys. So Mika, yes. But before we mute, you tell everybody yourself who you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Mika. I'm the owner of Mika Finance. I do everything tax, budget, and credit repair. So if you need help with anything when it comes to your taxes, paying back the bills, or even just paying little to no taxes back, I am your girl. Hit me up. Just get DM me, and I'll definitely get back to you so we can have a consultation. Get your finances in order. Inflation is kicking your butt. I know because it's going on and it's coming. It's going to get worse. So make sure you get your pockets good.
Period, Pooh, just like that. Okay, y'all. So this is what I need y'all to do. Let's get to 10,000 likes before we get started with the content. Y'all should be able to do that by the time we finish housekeeping, okay? So housekeeping number 1, we have the Small Accounts Big Brand Bootcamp. It is starting, okay? It is starting August the 14th. Classes will be on Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're doing evening classes because a lot of y'all got to get out here in these streets and y'all got to go to work during the day. And honestly, my boot camps are pretty intensive, okay? This is a live boot camp. It will be taking place via Zoom, okay? If you cannot come to a session, then you have the ability to purchase a replay, all right? Now, you want to register today because we have early bird pricing. The total cost of the boot camp is $1,297. But if you register today, it's only $197. And we have a book now, pay later. So I think the book now, pay later breaks it down to like $17 a month. Y'all can afford $17 a month, especially if you go out for Sunday brunch or if y'all going to the club or you going to get entertained, baby, because y'all paying more than that for mimosas and your drinks, okay? Kelly, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Okay, I need to see 20 different people share, and we need to get to 10,000 taps, okay, before we will move into content today. If you're over here in YouTube land, I need to see you actually like the stream, okay? That's what I need to see you do. I need to see you liking the stream, okay? That's what needs to be happening right now. Period, Pooh. Does liking cost you money? No. Does sharing the stream cost you money? No, it doesn't. So no excuses. If you're in Instagram land, I need at least 10 of y'all to share it with your besties.
No, it doesn't. So no.
That's what I need you to do. That's what I need you to do.
I need at least 10 of y'all to share it with your besties.
Turn my volume down over here. That's what I need y'all to do. Okay. Now, the next thing is a lot of people think that you have to have a whole heap of followers to be able to work with the brand. You actually do not. I have several clients who have small accounts and they're making in between $10,000 and $20,000 every single month working with these brands. They're doing better than people that have larger accounts when it comes to working with the brands. Okay. So, we're going to go over things that you need to do so that a brand will actually want to work with you. Okay. Hey, Terry, thank you for sharing the live. Let's see. Kelly, thank you for sharing the live. Who else did I see share the live? Who else did I see share the live? Share the live. Toya, thank you so much for sharing the live. Feminine Boss, thank you so much for sharing the live. Very Neat Braids, thank you for sharing the live. Honey Pie, thank you. Healthy starts within. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you. Penthouse Mindset, thank you for sharing the live. Add to Cart Beauty, thank you for sharing the live. Okay, so there's 7. We still need 13 more of y'all to share the live with a biz bestie. Okay, let's see. A lot of y'all over here on Instagram are sharing the live. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's see. Sky, thank you for sharing the live. Pedro, thank you for sharing the live. Nay, thank you for sharing the live. Fab, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. It's Toshina, you said you just shared the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. All right. So outside of this, oh, y'all think I'm playing? I wish that there was a way that I could just be like, oh, I just want to broadcast to these 7 people or to these 8 people. I wish there was a way that I could get it done, because I swear, baby, and y'all be like, Ashley, you on some petty time. I'm not. In YouTube land, I don't see any likes. What's going on over there? What's going on in YouTube land? Well, I don't see any thumbs up on my screen. Where my likes at, YouTube? Stop playing games with me. Facebook, I don't see any of my well, YouTube is a heart. I don't see any thumbs up on Facebook. Like, y'all remember, you actually have to go and like. Okay, you actually have to like. Okay. You shared. Thank you, XTCZ, for sharing the live. I appreciate that so much. Okay. So the boot camp starts on the 14th. It is going to be 6 weeks. Okay, y'all. The boot camp is 6 weeks long. Everybody say 6 weeks. 6 weeks. The boot camp is 6 weeks long. Okay. Why is it 6 weeks? Because we're covering a plethora of stuff inside of this boot camp. Okay. Inside of the boot camp, we're going to be breaking down to you guys how you actually even position your page so that a brand or a company wants to work with you. The other huge thing that we're going to be taking care of inside of this challenge is we're going to be showing you guys how to create content that a brand wants to see. We also are going to be hooking you guys up with email templates, because a lot of people do not know how to pitch. There also are like specific secrets to be able to get invited to PR events and to be able to get on the PR list, and how to be able to use that content. A lot of y'all do not have a media kit. How many of y'all have a media kit in a portfolio ready? So like, even if a company was like, I want to work with you, that you would have the ability to gain access to that company. Huh? How many of y'all in these streets have that? Because most of y'all don't. Okay, so we're going to go through how to actually build that and set it up. And it may take us, I don't know if we'll get through that in 1 week or 2 weeks, because I do expect y'all to be building along with me. We're going to go through actually how to get the appropriate views also, and then where you need to be listed, because there's a lot of databases and stuff that people that are getting brand deals that we're listed on that y'all are not. Okay, so anyway, if you know that you need to be a part of this challenge, if you know you're trying to make, even if you're not trying to make $10,000, $15,000 a month, like from working with these brands and these companies, even if you're just trying to make an extra, you know what I mean, $2,000 or $3,000 a month, because that adds up. It's like if you're making an extra $3,000 a month, that's an extra $36,000 a year. You need to come to the challenge. So click the link in my bio. Tap the first button. If you're on TikTok, for whatever reason, my link is not working for y'all, just DM me the word brand. DM me the word brand, and we will make sure to get y'all a link. You got to copy and paste it. But YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, y'all just click the link in the bio, tap the first button, and take advantage of the early bird pricing. Y'all do see a timer on there. When that timer goes down, the price goes up. That's just the way we roll. Okay, that's how that works out here in these streets. So y'all make sure to go ahead and handle that. Okay. Next that you guys need to know whenever we're out here, okay, in these streets and we're trying to work with these companies. Well, let's get into it. Y'all give me ready. Let me see it roll through those comments. Our tap goal is 50K over here in TikTok land. And in TikTok land, baby, I need y'all to be tapping and inviting constantly. Why? Because people think we're battling. Y'all know battle time, you always have lower numbers. Okay. We just got to build up our inventory, baby. We got to build up our inventory, but y'all gonna have to like it. Y'all gonna have to share. You have to let people know what's going up. Instagram land, baby, YouTube land, y'all gonna have to like, you got to share. You're gonna have to let people know what's up, what's good, what's happening in these streets. Okay. Now, there's probably, like, if I'm being honest, about 20 something things that you guys need to have in place when you're out here trying to work with a brand. I need everybody to give it up to the big God, because that's who's giving me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality, and who's allowed me to help almost 900 people create 6-figure incomes. All right. So number one, And a lot of people talk to y'all about being niche specific, but they don't really break down why this is important. Okay. So let's really get into it. And any of you guys that are joining the challenge, we'll make sure that you guys get a replay of today because there is a lot of valuable information in here that some of you guys are going to be able to start applying before we even get into the boot camp. Okay. Now, the reason you need to be niche specific is because different companies, right, have different audiences that they're trying to reach. And so a lot of times when we get into the niche, a lot of people are very vague. They're like, oh, well, I do beauty. Well, are you doing luxury beauty? Are you doing drugstore beauty? Are you doing everyday beauty? Are you doing fantasy beauty? Are you doing skincare? Are you doing brushes? Are you doing the actual like products like the foundations or the eyeshadows? Are you doing hair, right? Because hair falls into beauty. If you're doing hair, are you doing like hair care? Are you doing styling? Are you doing wigs? Because people that get paid as wig influencers, y'all will notice, when do y'all see them pushing like actual hair care products, like stuff for like your scalp or your oil or growing your hair or your curl puddings, right? Then you see someone that maybe like is a natural hair content creator, you will see them doing reviews and you will see them showcasing you a lot of actual products that you're going to put on your hair because you're wearing your hair out on a regular basis. You're going to also see them getting deals for using like specific tools. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So when we talk about number one, the biggest, like where I see most of y'all failing, if you're trying, if especially if you have a small account and you're trying to work with a brand, y'all are not, okay, y'all are not, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You guys are not specific enough in your niche. And instead of you choosing what your niche is, what I would do if I were you and you were my client, and please keep in mind, I have helped almost 900 people hit six figures. I have clients right now that have 1,600 followers and they're doing $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month. Okay, working with these companies. I have clients who have been able to quit their 9 to 5s because they're making so much money with brand deals. I have clients that on a regular basis, they're bringing in over $150,000 a year because they're getting paid with brand deals. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down right now? This is a very real thing. And so what you need to do is you need to start thinking about the companies that you want to work with and the type of companies you want to work with. Y'all are going about this backwards. Y'all are like, oh, I want my niche to be in this. Okay, well, what is everyone always asking you about? What is everyone always complimenting you about? What is your conversation around? And I'm talking about even in your regular life. You said yes, quit their 9 to 5. I love it. Come on now. Okay. Hey, perfecting your skin. Right? Like what exactly is it that you are doing, okay, in these streets? What exactly is it that you would like to do? Like, and who do you want to work with? Because just because you see, oh girl, you know what I mean, out here on TikTok and she's like, oh, you see her doing the wig thing. If you know that you're not, if you know for a matter of fact, you're not going to put this wig on a regular basis, you're not going to create tutorials on it, you don't know what the best melt lace is or the best wax stick is, you don't have your own little secret for like how you like to bleach your knots and tweeze it and all this other stuff that they get into it. Just because you see girls getting free wigs, right, and making money from these wig campaigns doesn't mean that that's what you should be doing, especially if no one's complimenting you on your wig on a regular basis. I said what I said. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I'm just telling you guys the truth. So a lot of y'all, when it's time to choose your niche to be able to work with these companies, right? Y'all are like going just off of random stuff instead of something that you're really going to be a good fit for. Also, you need to think about the audience that you service. So I get that you may say, oh, I want to work in luxury, but do you have an audience that will support the luxury? Because please keep in mind, when you're working with these brands, they want to be able to build clientele. They want to be able to make money off of the content that you're creating. You see what I'm saying? And so literally, if if there's no numbers to support that you can help drive traffic, okay, if there's nothing to support, okay, that the quality of your content is working for them as far as converting, because you're doing something that's not really in alignment with you, you're going to really, really struggle in that particular arena. So we're going to stick with the beauty example that I'm using right now. If a lot of people in your audience, they're more like kind of like mid-range beauty, right? And what I mean by that is like if they shop at Sephora and they're like, oh my God, Sephora is expensive, which it can be a little pricey, then you're probably not going to be the type of girl that works with like a La Mer, because La Mer has moisturizer that's $700. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Like there's nothing wrong with being like a Sephora girl or a BB girl. There's nothing wrong with that. So there's nothing wrong with being like a Ulta girl. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being a girl. You know, maybe your perfume that you purchase caps out at $100 or $150, or a guy where it caps out at that. Everybody's not going to spend $400 on a bottle of Louis perfume or cologne. Everyone's not going to be spending $500 on a bottle of Baccarat. Okay, everyone's not going to be doing these super like niche. You know what I'm saying? Like real life. You know what I'm saying? No, do we have a lot of people in here that will spend $400 on a bottle of Tom Ford? A lot of people may get the dupe. You know what I mean? Now we got a lot of people, they may spend 100, they may spend 120 on getting whatever their fragrance is going to be. But y'all understand what I'm saying? So some of y'all are like, oh, I want to be this type of content creator, or I want to be, I want to work with these specific brands. But literally, like, does your audience, does your demographic, the people that you want to talk to and engage with online, is there a support for that? And so this is why I say when we get into choosing whatever the niche is going to be, as far as us being able to work with these brands and being able to work with these companies and stuff like that, you have to figure out like, who do you want to work with? A lot of people don't know this, but like they're like companies, they pay us to watch TV and shows. Y'all really think it's by happenstance that you have a lot of creators all of a sudden talking about a specific show, having watch parties about a specific show, and then it takes hold and you start to see other people creating the content around it? But do y'all really honestly think that just magically this brand new show that no one had ever really heard about, all of a sudden everybody's talking about it constantly, everybody's talking about it all the time? Y'all really think that's by accident? Yeah, these big production houses, these big companies, they absolutely will pay you to watch shows to generate buzz. Y'all think it's an accident that the bloggers on YouTube, that all of them are blogging about specific shows, that they're all doing reviews? You said how, baby? I'm telling you right now. Listen. You're not listening. Clean your ears. Pick up what I'm putting down. Now, again, for any of you guys that are coming into the small account big brand challenge, I encourage you to register today, okay, where you can get the early bird price point, because it will be $1,297, but it's only $197 for anybody that's coming in today under early bird. And it's 6 weeks of us getting you ready to be able to work with these large companies and these brands. So when you're thinking about your niche, because some of y'all, listen to me and listen to what I'm saying right now, some of y'all are going to need to create brand new accounts, and those accounts are going to be specifically for working with brands and companies. And that's okay. And I'm telling you this right now, if you only got like 1,000 or 2,000 followers, or you got a few hundred followers on your page, don't be like, oh, I don't want to start over. Stop playing with me, because you can build up 1,000, 2,000 new followers in a week. Okay, you can build up 10,000 followers in a month. I did it in 2 weeks. Y'all watch me do it. Y'all watch me come to TikTok with 0 followers, and I did not cross promote. A lot of y'all are watching me build up my YouTube right now. We hit 10,000 subscribers. Shout out to us over here in YouTube land. Some of y'all are watching me do that right now. Some of y'all watch me build up my Instagram account, person by person, follower by follower. Every platform I get on, I start at zero. I don't bring followers with me when I go to those platforms because I don't need people coming at me with the excuse talking about you can't build up. You absolutely can build up, and you can build up quickly. And sometimes starting over is the best thing that you can do because you don't have like the old tags and the stuff from the algorithm on your current page. So if you know, like, you want to keep the page you have now for like your personal stuff, but you would like to create a page that's going to be brand friendly, baby, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, and I absolutely recommend it. But before you figure out what that niche is going to be, thank you, Istashina, you're going to have what I'm telling you to do is think about the type of companies that you want to work with, and honestly pay attention to what people are always asking you about in your regular life, and pay attention not only to what people are asking you about, pay attention, okay, to literally what people compliment you on. Why do y'all think, like, in the beauty stuff, like, I do more skincare? Because y'all are always complimenting me on my skin. And anybody that knows me in real life, I may put it inside of my stories so y'all can see. I have so many skincare products because I really do like skincare, baby, and I'm always down to try something new. I got all kinds of scrubs, lotions, potions, serums, oils, correctors, creams. I got all kinds of agents. I got all of this stuff. It's all there. Okay, on a regular basis. And people literally, almost every time I get on the live stream, somebody says something to me about my skin. In real life, someone says something to me about my skin. Everyone's always complimenting me on how beautiful my skin is. If I sit in a chair of a professional makeup artist, even they're like, oh my God, they're like, your skin is amazing. The texture is amazing. Everything's going on so smooth, right? So realistically, when I was like, okay, in the beauty space, like, this is why y'all don't see me creating a bunch of makeup looks and stuff like that. I'm more into the skincare because that actually fits for me. That's very easy for me to produce believable content because that is what I'm doing. Does that make sense? Why would I be out here all of a sudden trying to push highlighters to y'all? Why would I all of a sudden be out here? I don't even do like dramatic or fantasy makeup looks. Right? Like, when I'm hitting the stage and I'm more professional, so I may be on here showing you like an everyday look or a 15-minute face, but it does not make sense for me, right, to be on here giving you, these extreme testimonials and tutorials. And y'all know a lot of times I get on the camera, like right now, I do not have on a stitch of makeup. I have on these strips, blink, 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 because I haven't had time to redo my clusters. I have on lash strips right now. I don't have on a stitch of foundation. I have on no concealer. I have on no blush. I have on no contour. I have on no highlighter. 80% of the time, you're liable to catch me like this. But what do I do have? I have good skin. I have great skin. Okay? I have great skin. I get my eyebrows stained. So no, I don't. I get them stained because I like to save time. So yeah, I don't have on any like brow thread, no brow powder. What's that stuff? The gel stuff. I don't have on any of that. I have none of that going on right now. So literally, you said I'm on fleek. Thank you. I haven't heard that in a while. By the way, if you're watching, tap the screen. It's free. And we need to collect 10 badges in Instagram land today. We need 10 badges in the gram. Okay. 10 badges in the gram is what our goal is. Everybody tap the screen. I should see a constant flow of little hearts flowing through on Instagram. It is free. It does not cost you a thing. I need 5 of y'all to share with your biz bestie. We need 10 of y'all to share with your biz bestie over here in TikTok land. Okay. And don't let Kelly do all the sharing. I know Kelly has shared to at least 40 different people on her own. Okay. I need everybody to really think about somebody that you know that is trying to get a brand deal and share this with them on Facebook or YouTube. Okay. All right. So, does everybody understand though, when we get into choosing a niche, don't just randomly wake up and say, oh, this is what I want to do. Like, what are you really interested in? What do people always ask you about? What are people complimenting you about? And then think about the audience of the people that you're serving, right? So, y'all also know I do a lot of cooking. Okay. I like a lot of cooking videos on TikTok, right? And that's easy for me because I actually enjoy cooking. I prepare a lot of meals, at home, especially since I'm focused on like losing weight again, and all that good stuff and caring for my mom. So, literally, that's easy for me to be in that content realm and in that space. And at this point, now I'm very excited, but like at least twice a week, I have a cooking company or a food company reach out to me. You said that ice cream. I know, Jay Janice, I think I'm gonna have to do a whole nother. I mean, I can drop the recipe, but I would rather drop it where you can like see the like instructions. And I accidentally deleted my clips that I had of me toasted the pecans because that's what sets the ice cream off. That ice cream, like if you put regular pecans in it, it's not gonna do it. You actually have to butter and roast the pecans and salt them and then put them in the oven. That's what makes that ice cream. That's what makes people go crazy for that particular ice cream that I make. Okay, you got to do it. If you don't do that part, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters if you don't do that. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna stay focused. Okay. So that's how you're gonna choose your niche. Thinking about what companies you want to work with, who is your audience, right? What are they really going to be interested in? What can they afford? What are people naturally already asking you about on a regular basis? What are you getting compliments on a regular basis? Okay. Now, and if you need to create a new page to do this, just create the new page, y'all. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Just create the new page. Hey, Gina Maxine, what's going on, love? Hey, unapologetically imperfect. Hey, love. Okay. Number two, that people are not telling you, if you guys are just getting here, my name is Ashley, and I'm telling you guys right now how you can have a small account and work with a big brand and get paid to work with a big brand. I'm not talking about you buying stuff and then making an affiliate link. I'm not talking about, people offering you free samples so you can do all of this work to create content for them on a whim that one or two people may buy, whatever it is. Okay. That's what I'm not talking about. Okay. I'm not talking about you being an Amazon affiliate and posting up a bunch of links, which there's nothing wrong with it. I'm talking about a brand actually working with you and cutting you 4 figures, 5 figures, or even 6 figures if you have a larger account. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about brands working with you consistently over time. Okay. So the second thing is you have to figure out what type of content creator are you, because some of y'all are out here just like random and you just y'all are kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall and it's not working. Now, if you're trying to get your footing together, hey Allison, what's going on, boo? If you're trying to get your footing together, then I can see doing a little bit of random here and there to figure out what people like, right? You may test out 9 or 10 different styles of content or types of content to figure out what the people are into, and then you can archive things after. Let's see. Why I don't see any badges over here in Instagram? Baby, y'all trying to play in my face? Y'all trying to play in my face over here in Instagram? Cute. Thank you for whoever's tapping. I do see the constant flow of hearts, though, right? So instead, you need to, before you even reach out to a brand, before you even reach out to a company, you need to go and look at the companies that you want to work with. Go and look at their pages, and more specifically, go and look at the type of content that they're using from other creators, because that's going to help you figure out, okay, do they like story times? Do they like reactions? Do they like unboxings? Do they like case studies and trials? Do they like face to camera content? Do they like content that looks native to a platform? Do they like funny content? Do they like tutorials? Do they want you to integrate their stuff inside of like live streams, right? Like what do these companies really want? Do they want kind of like bloggy type content? Do they want like really like bright lighting? Because if you look at a lot of brands, there's going to be specific treatments that they lean into. Some people like moody, some people like stuff that's more like cinematic. Some people like stuff that looks like everyday. There are some companies, they really love you, somebody just sitting in the car or having their cup of coffee, talking to the audience and giving them information and insight, about this, that, and the third. So we really got to, like, y'all, you're going to have to do some research is what I'm telling you. So a lot of y'all are frustrated because companies and brands aren't working with you. But whenever I go to your pages and I do audits and then you tell me like what type of companies you want to work with, I'm like, I can see clearly, I can see very quickly why you're struggling to get, the brand deal. So, and a lot of people are not telling y'all this, but this is really the truth. So you actually need to go and you look at those pages, and as they're working with different creators and different influencers, like let your shirt talk, you start 11 because I'm telling the truth, right? So you'll see, like, for instance, I think they call it like beige rage or something is the nickname of it. But y'all know they're creators, everything in their house is white and beige and taupe. You know what I mean? Everything is colorless. If you go to a brand that you want to work with and you see everything is white and beige and taupe, well, baby, you better start filming your content in front of a white wall. You know what I mean? With some beige baskets in the back. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If you notice that everybody has like extremely high video quality, there's nothing that's grainy. Everything is crystal clear. There's no pixelation. You know what I'm saying? Well, you may need to figure out, well, what do the settings need to look like in my camera so I'm able to produce that type of content, like that level of content, so that a brand is willing to pay me money to create the content for them. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So literally, before you even approach a brand about working with you, once we know what niche we're going to be in and we know what companies or similar type of companies we want to work for, our job is then to go and we need to stock and chicken hawk on these pages and see what type of content this brand likes to have churned out when they're working with creators and when they're working with other influencers, so that way you can figure out what you need to do or what you can offer to them so that you're going to be in alignment, because that's going to make it way easier for you to get a yes. And this is also going to come into play when you start to build up your portfolio, which brings me to number 3. Most of y'all do not have a portfolio of work. Some of y'all are like sliding in the DMs of these brands, or y'all are registering on these different pages and these sites, but you have no portfolio of work. Baby, you're going to have to create some content. If you're expecting somebody to kick you out a couple dollars, okay, to take beautiful pictures or to make 15 to 30-second videos or whatever it is that you're doing with them, you better, okay, when I say you better start creating that content, you better start creating that content. And I'm going to give you a secret. Now, everybody that's coming into the boot camp, baby, don't fret, baby. You're gonna get way more than this secret for those of you coming into the boot camp, because we're gonna show you how to do it. Okay. The easiest way to start building your portfolio, once we know what type of companies we want to work with, you're gonna go find similar products, or you're gonna find those products in your house. I can't believe I'm gonna tell y'all this right now for the free 99. Listen, unapologetically said boot camp. Yeah, y'all know we talked about doing this small brands, this small accounts, big brands boot camp, and I just didn't have time in my schedule. So we're going to get started in August on the boot camp, but registration is actually open today. So instead of it being $1,297 to join, anybody that signs up today gets the early bird pricing of $197. We also have a book now, pay later option, and it breaks it down to only like $17 a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's super affordable for anybody that's signing up today. The price is going to go up because it's a 6-week boot camp. So the price point of $12.97 is extremely fair, but it's only $197. So if you click the link in the bio, you will see where you can sign up for the boot camp. If for some reason the link isn't working for you, just DM me the word brand, and then I will get the link to you, so that way you can, copy and paste it in your browser and you can get in there. If for some reason, and I would highly encourage you to get into the study hall if y'all can. You really, everybody that's been in my study halls, they will tell you, get in the study hall. The study hall is definitely worth the money. Because I'm able to go over people's stuff individually in the study hall, and I don't do that in the math class. And they learn extra stuff inside of the study hall. But let me tell you, okay, let me tell y'all right now. I'm finna tell you a secret. Are y'all ready for this? Y'all better not tell nobody else. Let me tell y'all this. Any of you guys that are coming into my boot camp, any of y'all sitting here inside of my live streams collecting this information, don't do me dirty. You know what I mean? tell people you need to work with her. Okay. If I'm out here putting you on game, help me. Help me. Okay. We need a mutually beneficial relationship. Y'all invite people, share them, make sure they know what's going on over here in the kingdom. They're like, no, it's really a girl online that's really teaching you how to make money. She's really teaching you how to make money. Okay. So this is the secret. Okay. This is what not the only secret. This is one of the secrets. So now I was telling y'all to create a portfolio, right? Okay. Do we need a portfolio? Yes, we need a portfolio. But more specifically, once you figure out what type of companies you want to work with, or you have like your hit list, like your dream companies, it's way easier if you already utilize that stuff. So if you already use their service, if you already use those products, it makes it way easier to pitch the brand. And whenever I pitch these companies, okay, once I find the correct email of who I need to speak with, I absolutely 100% outside of providing them my portfolio, I will snap a picture and I'll be like, yeah, I already use your products. I will snap a picture literally like holding them or with them in my hand or pointing to it in my house. I'm like, I really love your stuff. Like, yeah, I create content, for other brands, blah, 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 but I actually use your stuff. I'm already a supporter. I'm already a customer. So I would really love the opportunity to work together and collaborate because I can create something truly authentic based off of my happy experiences with your stuff. It's always easier to start with things that you already have. Add the cart beauty. You said you love it. Yeah, it's another little secret I put in there in the pitch too. But I'm just trying to tell y'all. So when we start creating your portfolio, a lot of you guys, y'all are like, oh, I don't have any products to shoot. Yes, you do. You got stuff all over the house. You have stuff everywhere. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, some of the companies that I've reached out to that I want to work with, it's been a lot easier to work with them because when I go look at their content, like when I go look at like their TikTok pages or I go look at their Instagram pages and stuff, their actual content that the company is producing itself isn't doing that well. Or I'll see where they put out something like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or like, especially if I go on there and I don't see a lot of other melanated people and I know they want some diversity up in that thing, but baby, okay. Hey Mary, what's going on, honey? I hope any of you guys that just a light bulb just clicked for you when I said that, baby, go sign up for the boot camp. Go ahead and get in this boot camp. Stop playing games. Get in the boot camp. You know you need to be in the boot camp. Get in the boot camp, okay? Because there is a particular way that you shoot content when it's going to be UGC and used for a company is very different than the regular content that you're producing on your page on a regular basis. This is why I said some of you guys, y'all may, instead of like trying to clean up your page and work against like what the algorithm has already dictated your account to be, it may be easier for you to like just start a new page. You know what I'm saying? You signing up today? Come on, Mary. Come on in the house. Okay. Also, any of you guys that are signing up, make sure you do the order bump for the replays if you know you're not coming to every class or if you know you want them later on for your own reference. Because I absolutely will repackage this and sell it for $1,000 after we get through the boot camp. Is it for travel agents? Yeah. If you're wanting to work with companies, if you're wanting to work with resorts, hotels, because I work with hotels, I work with resorts. I have offers right now. So let me tell y'all something. Since you just said this, a lot of people don't know this. So people know that I do skincare and I do the spa and all of that kind of stuff. I have like resorts and spas that reach out to me and they're like, okay, we'll give you a 2-night stay and we'll give you like a $500 spa credit for you to come and experience, and we'll give you $100 or $200 food credit because we want you to come and create content about being here. Like that's what y'all don't understand. Like there's so many companies that will work with you. Like anything that you're doing on a regular basis, there are companies that are saying like, yes, I want to work. Yes, I want to work with you. And a lot of people think you have to be a huge like an actual influencer, and you don't. Like UGC content is the pathway to making money. Also, what I like about UGC content outside, and don't get me wrong, I like a good brand deal, you know what I'm saying too, but with UGC content, that content doesn't even have to go on your account. if you don't want it to go on your account. Okay. Are we on number 4? That was, yeah, I just gave y'all tip number 3. So I just slid a bonus in there. So number four, you need to get on PR and agency list. So a lot of times, like let's say for instance, you want to work with Nike or something like that. You say, I thought you had to be a big content creator or a celebrity. No, you do not. I'm telling you, I have clients that have, and this is even way, way, way back in the day. I've had clients who have 100, 200 followers and they're getting deals with brands and companies. You said, are you telling me I've been spying and massaging on my own dime and could be getting paid for it? Yes. Yes, you absolutely can be getting paid for it. 100%. So the PR emails and the agencies, okay, you are going to have to get listed inside of these databases. Now, you don't go and email somebody or get listed without having your media kit and without having this stuff already in place. Okay. You said, would this be beneficial for someone who does live events as well as film production? On the live events, probably. On the film production, I don't know a lot about that arena, if I'm being honest. And so what I would tell you to do before you join on the film production, if there are companies that you want to work with, maybe like camera companies, software companies, editors, like I said, I don't know enough about that industry to say how many of those companies are looking for content creators and people to sponsor. On the live event side, though, yes, 100%. On the film side, I don't know. So I would tell you to start researching with some of the companies you want to work with or companies inside of the industry, and to see how many of them are actually working. How many of those people are actually out here looking and working. Y'all, if we don't hit that number, we're not going to get any power ups, FYI. Everybody in TikTok land. Yeah, go look it up, Coco. And then if it's a lot of people that are out there, like if there's opportunity for you to be able to get brand deals and UGC deals or whatever, because they're looking for content creators that they can pay for content, then I would say, if that's your specific industry, then I would say come into the boot camp. But I can't tell, I can't tell you. I don't have like a long log of clients that are there. I have a bunch of like artists. I have a bunch of people in beauty, home, health, travel, a lot of people in like just like relationship, communication, lingerie, sexy attire, shoes, furniture. I had an opportunity to work with a company. They were like, is anybody renovating or remodeling their kitchen? And they were willing to give people up to $50,000 in appliances. They were like, if you're remodeling your kitchen, we'll give you refrigerators, stoves, ovens, all of that. If you create content, showcasing our appliances going into the home. They were like, are you doing a remodel now or within the next year? So y'all, like I said, y'all will be amazed like at the opportunities that are out there. Add 30 to it, girl. Add 30 to it. Add to cart. So literally again, so like let's say you want to work with Nike or something like that. Okay. A lot of people think you PR pitch Nike. No, Nike has agencies that they hire, and then the agencies go out and find the content creators and they find the talent. That's how that works. And so you have to get listed on the agency like platforms. And it is work. Okay. It is work. And a lot of them, they have it set up where you can, do like notifications of whenever you're getting something or whatnot, right? That's how a lot of them have it set up. So you can do that. Or what I like to do is be a little bit more organized in the same way. I know I have to check my DMs every morning. Baby, I already know I need to go into these agency dashboards and I need to look and see what opportunities are there, because sometimes their agency, they'll do a filter and they'll headhunt you. But sometimes the agency, what they will do is they will like actually put up they'll actually put up like the opportunity. So like, for instance, one of the agencies that I'm in, and I'll tell y'all, any of you guys that are coming into the boot camp, I have several apps and several agencies for you to join already that are listed, so you know where to go. Okay. But like, so there's a Airwick. Y'all know the little air fresheners all over your house. Yeah, they were listed inside of them. I use Airwix in my house every day. So not only was I able to like craft like, okay, here's my video pitch for the content, but also just so you guys know, like I already use your products in my 4,200 square foot house and I buy a lot of your stuff, right? Because they are introducing some specific scents that are coming up for the holidays. So they're looking for the campaign will be in October through Christmas time. And so y'all know we do Christmas real big in the kingdom. And I was like, boom, I was like, that's easy peasy for me. There's another campaign where they're working with Target, right? And Target is saying, okay, this is what we want to, this is what we're looking for. And there's a collaboration between Target and Airwick. Like, this is how we do this. Then there's another one that's in there that I'm applying for. Do y'all know about Moalua macadamia nuts? A lot of people don't. I literally eat those. Like they're upstairs right now. I love the garlic and onion ones. Do they make your breath hot? Yes, but they taste so effing fire. I'm talking about, I even have the little triangle snack pack. So whenever I travel, I can put them in my purse with me. So I can eat a snack, you know what I mean? That's like lower on the carb side or whatever, that tastes delicious. So like so for me, whenever I see a company and it's something that I know for a fact, like I don't have to make up, you know what I mean? Enjoying this. I don't have to make up using it because I already use it. But literally, if I wasn't listed inside of this specific agency, I wouldn't have even known that this company was doing the campaign. So sometimes the companies, what they do is they hire the agencies will go to like the databases and they basically will filter and search and see if you pull up. Okay. And then also the agencies will post and say, there's this particular opportunity that's here that's available. Okay. So this is literally thank you for my Franktastic Anticar Beauty, right? But does that make sense? So like this is how that works. So a lot of y'all are trying to get on like the PR emails and you're going to like the databases to get registered, but your portfolios are incomplete. And so this is why you're having a hard time getting some of the jobs and some of the opportunities. And so you need to have that stuff already in place. And there are specific things that they're looking for inside of a portfolio. Okay. Now, next, number 5. Okay, you actually need to be using specific hashtags too. I'm gonna tell y'all another secret. I can't believe I'm telling y'all out here in the public, okay? But it's gonna be other stuff I'm gonna teach y'all too. So if y'all go and look at any of the content creators that are getting paid, and you see them as like restaurant partners, you see them as like travel partners, you're seeing them as like item partners and stuff like that. When you are looking, I want y'all to start paying attention to the hashtags that they are using. Okay. So literally, like if you live in a big city, you could be like New York content creator. If you live in Houston, you could be like Houston influencer. Okay. If you live in, I'm saying Dallas, you could be like Dallas content creator, because there are literally thousands of people every day looking. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it does too, in my opinion, it seems easier to be found on TikTok than it does on Instagram. I'm not really sure why, but it seems like your content, if you're using those specific hashtags, it's just you pull up faster. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible to pull up on Instagram because some people have found me through the gram, but I seem to have way more companies that reach out to me via TikTok than I do on Instagram. And my platform is much bigger on Instagram. Like my platform on Instagram is 10 times the following that I have on TikTok. But on TikTok, I get more companies to reach out to me. And then I'm able to say, oh yeah, like on top of that, I also can create content for you for Instagram as well. And I send them over my analytics and everything, and they're like, oh my God. Okay. So literally, okay. Come on in this house. Okay. So literally, okay, you using specific hashtags, and then this is the secret, is not the hashtags that other content creators that are getting paid or that are using, but also you will look, and a lot of times those companies have started hashtags. So you can start using the hashtag. So let's say there's a makeup brand that you want to work with, and you go to their page and you notice that that company has listed like 3 or 4 specific hashtags that like you can go on the company's post and you'll see that they're using a specific hashtag about a specific product or something like that. You literally, if you're posting a piece of beauty content and it's alignment with that, you can literally use the hashtag so that way that company can see you. Okay. And a lot of people are not doing this. You said, I think you told me this tip one of your lives, and I started, and it's a game changer. It is a game changer. It's a big one just on the hashtags. And also whenever you're posting other things and you want it to be considered as like branded content or content that a brand can use, tagging or mentioning the other brands, even if you're not trying to get their attention, so that way they know that you're going to create content and you're going to mention the companies or the brands or the vendors that are involved with that. Okay, so that's like super important too. And a lot of people don't think that the hashtagging thing is important, but it's important if you're trying to be found and if you're trying to be added to lists. Okay, now getting on a PR list, honestly, is probably the easiest out of anything to do. And the reason you want to be on the PR list is not just so you can get the free stuff that comes with it, because they will send you a bunch of stuff if they're looking for people to try it. Sometimes it's not even that they want people to create content. Sometimes they want people to give a review, about like new products and stuff like that. But the actual events, right? Y'all know how you see, hey, Hodan, what's going on, love? Thank you for the heart. Y'all know how y'all see different influencers and they're at, they're always at these different events, parties, lunch, galas, mixers, stuff like that. And y'all like, how are they getting invited to these? You literally find the PR list, you contact the team, and you ask to be added to the list. Some of them are going to have a database where they want to know specific information, but a lot of them is literally as simple as you just being added. You said, Ashley, and is it the first one in your tree? Yes, the first one in my tree. The first button, if you click my tree, the first button, it'll get you right on over. My skin looks amazing. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Moisturizing, using my rose oil. So anyways, but does that make sense to y'all? So if you're trying to be able to get to these events, literally, if you live, whatever city you live in, look up PR companies for that city. Now, if you're like me, like Arkansas, like my whole state is small. Okay. When I live in Little Rock, it's just not an abundance of Little Rock PR companies that are having influencer events. So I register on the larger cities around me. So for instance, hey Vic, Dallas is a day drive for me. Dallas is only 4 hours away from Little Rock. So a lot of people that live in Little Rock, we drive to Dallas is nothing. Memphis is only 2 hours away from me. So I'm registered there. I am on some Nashville lists, even though Nashville is a little further or whatever. But, if I can make it work and if I have some other business or something that's happening along the way, I absolutely will go. I go to Atlanta a whole lot for work. A whole lot for work. I go to Atlanta. So I absolutely positively want to go to the events because I feel like they have something in Atlanta almost every night. Okay. Houston, I'm in Houston about 4 or 5 times a year for work. So I can be on there. You say you live 60 miles from LA, Mary, you better get on them goddamn lists. Because LA has something going on constantly. I'm talking about sometimes 2-3 events a night in LA. They always have something going on. So literally you want to get on the list so you can get invited to the events. Now, it does not stop there. Now, sometimes you will get invited to come to an event before you actually get like a paid deal or a paid sponsorship. And it's really easy to parlay this into a paid sponsorship. When you go to that event, baby, you're already going to come in, recording the content, getting the look. If the brand has specific colors or they have a specific theme for that event, you want to show up in it. Okay. And literally you want to go home and you want to edit that night. You want to edit it that night and you want to send it to them and say, thank you so much for inviting me to your event. I had a lovely time. If you see that there are hashtags, you're going to post it and use the hashtags. I already posted it. Here's the link. Because a lot of times it's an agency or it's an event company that they hired to take care of this event. And those people have to turn in an end of event report. So you're helping them out a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you can say, please keep me in mind, for any upcoming campaigns, or if there's a product that they're introducing, if you guys are needing some organic content or native content or high quality content created for XYZ element of P, I'm happy to help. Who do I need to contact about that, or what would be the next step in that process? You see what I'm saying? You definitely can go PR companies near me on Google and see what you can pull up. But I'm telling you, like, that's an easy pathway in that a lot of people don't know about. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want to go, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I want to go to a PR event. Oh, I want to get invited to do XYZ element of P. And so literally you have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to be paying attention to make that happen. Like that's the thing. You said you live 1 hour away from Boston and 3 hours from NYC. Baby, you better get on those lists. Get on the list. Because remember, you know what I'm saying? This is about building a relationship. Also, the good thing about getting the PR and going to the events is realistically, it gives you product that you can continue to create brand friendly content with. So y'all know, like a lot of people, you'll see they'll have like they're like, oh, this is my skincare haul, or this is my Sephora haul, this is my perfume haul, this is my Eloquii haul, or whatever's going on. Well, most people don't have like $300 a month in disposable income to spend on new skincare. Most people don't have $500 a month to buy new shoes with or whatever. So that's why I was like, it's really dope because you can create content with it. Then you can put up the links, and if someone purchases from your link, of course, you're going to make income and money that way. But it also helps you build up your portfolio. So again, you have the ability to work with other brands and show them how you can create the content. And then a lot of times if someone sent it to me, like from PR, and I do decide to create like some type of content for them, I will absolutely send them the link and be like, hey, I did create this, or I did give XYZ elemental P about it. Now, I also like that because I don't have to deal with the tax liability. So like y'all know how on TikTok, they're like, oh, you can do this. We'll send you a free sample. They call it a free sample. We'll send you a free sample of whatever it is they want you to create the content around. Well, you're gonna get a 1099 at the end of the year, and they're gonna add all of that up, and you're gonna be responsible for paying taxes on that because you contractually agreed to post within a certain time frame. Does this work for Canadians too? Yes, it does. It does. Yeah, it does. Canada and America, as far as like working with companies and brand deals and stuff, especially because we all speak English and stuff like that. And Canada is considered a tier one country. Y'all can still get like a lot of deals that way too. You said bartering. It is kind of like a barter, but not, because if a PR company sends you something, you don't have an obligation to post. You see what I'm saying? When a PR company is sending you there's no obligation for you to post. Like, you can get the product, you can try it, you can use it, you can post about it, you cannot post about it, whatever you want to do. And so now you don't have that obligation to where you have to pay taxes on it. But like when you're going through the TikTok shop and people are like, oh, I'll send you a free sample if you do XYZ elemental P and you post this or whatever. Well, now you're contractually obligated at that point. And because now that you're contractually obligated, that counts as income for you. And you have to pay taxes on it. And it gets a lot of people screwed over because people are like, oh, I'm getting all this free stuff. So for me, that's why I don't accept that. Whenever people are like, oh, I'll send you this for free and I want you to make 2 posts or 3 posts or a 15-second video. No, if you're sending it to me for free as a sample, I'll try it. And if I want to post about it, I will. You know what I'm saying? If I feel compelled to post about it, I will do that in my leisure if that's something I decide to do. But if you want me to post in a specific amount of time and you have specific parameters for the content you want to post, I absolutely positively need to be compensated. I need to be compensated via cash, because I'm paying taxes on the cash. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And that's not out of your way. And if companies are contacting you saying, oh, I'll send you this for free in exchange for you making these specific posts, then you can open up the doors of negotiation and say, I researched the product, I took a look at it, I think that this would be great. I have these particular ideas. What's the budget for this, for this campaign, you're looking for these specific deliverables. So what is the budget that you have for these specific deliverables? And then if they're like, oh, we don't have a budget, we just can do the free sample, then you can explain to them, due to the tax structure and the laws in the United States, once I take this with your specific parameters and I agree to this actually puts me in contract and agreement, and now I will have tax liability for this. So unfortunately, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to take this opportunity. Now, if you would like to gift me the product and at leisure, I can decide if I would like to create content around it or not. That's something that we can explore. And if not, please keep me in mind for future budgeted campaigns. Then they may ask you, well, how much will you charge? You know what I'm saying? And at that point in time, you can provide the rate card. Now, I ideally normally like for people to give me their actual budgets, initially, whenever that's happening, because I can work with a lot of times, I can work with a company if they're not asking for anything out of control. You know what I'm saying? So normally I'm like, well, you give me your budget, you know what I mean? And tell me what it is. And these are the deliverables that we can, you know what I'm saying? These are the deliverables that we can provide based on this. And then contract negotiation is a whole nother thing. We'll get into that for any of y'all that are coming to the boot camp. Okay. So that's where we're going to stop it today. Like I said, I still have a load more information to give y'all as far as like being a small account and how you're able to get paid with a big brand. Let's do a few minutes of Q&A. You said I need to, we do need to pause to get the taps up, baby. We've been stuck at 38,000 for a long time. That's because y'all busy taking notes. Let's do Q&A. We'll do like 10 minutes of Q&A. For any of you guys that found this information helpful today, if you know that if y'all know that I share some stuff with you that you've been wondering about, that nobody's even told you about how you get in position with these brands and these companies, you need to make sure you're clicking the link in the bio, you tap the first button, and you join this challenge, period. That's what you need to do. I'm in the kingdom. How do I find out info about the boot camp? Click the link in the bio and tap the first button. It's a whole page and it breaks down the boot camp. We start August the 14th. Classes will be at 6:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. So there'll be evening time classes. And it has a list of what we're covering inside of the boot camp. And then once you register, if you want to join the study hall or you want to, join the Facebook group and get the replays and stuff like that, you can just add those as order bumps. There is a book now, pay later option. So you can do that as well. Right now we're in early bird pricing, so it's only $197 for anybody that signs up today, as opposed to $1,297. So early bird is always the way to go. I always reward my early bird movers. I always reward them with lower price points. What do I say to the PR firms? Oh, we're going through that in the boot camp, baby. I gave y'all a lot already. We're going through the framework and we'll actually have templates, but I can give you like an initial outline. Basically, you're going to reach out to them. You're going to introduce yourself. You're going to talk to them about the specific product that you can create content for. You're going to tell them maybe two to four ideas. You should have a link to your portfolio as well, or whatever inside of there. And I wouldn't just do general. I like to, again, I am going to find work that's going to be very specific, like they're going to be interested in. That's what I'm going to link to. And so once you learn how to change like the content style, which is what we're going through inside of the boot camp, that's not going to be hard to do. You see what I'm saying? Some people get stressed out about that because they have to go and create a bunch of special stuff. I don't have to create anything special because it's already out there, because I'm in the process of working and getting it done on a regular basis. But that's the general outline. But I have like actual flat out templates that like I'll just give and you can just copy and paste and fill in the blank. And what needs to be out there. Do you need a big following to get in PR? No. If you don't have a big following, you're going to counter it with very high quality content. That's why I was like, you got to choose the right niche, you know what I mean, based on the companies you want to work with. And I gave that tip of going to research when you see that they're working with other content creators. What does that content look like that they're posting? Because you basically need to parrot that. You need to have something that's in alignment with that for these brands to want to work with you. Because if you're a smaller account, you're not going to say, oh, I can give you exposure, because I reach 650,000 unique accounts every month. That's not how you're not going to be able to compete with somebody like me. I can reach way more accounts than you can reach. You see what I'm saying? So you shouldn't even try and line yourself up like that. You're going in under UGC content. Oh, I can create high quality content. I can make story times for you. I can make get ready. I can create, I'm going on a trip to such and such, so I can give you content. Like, you know what I'm saying? You partner with what's coming up in your event. You know that you're about to go to a trip. I don't know, maybe like to somewhere in the Caribbeans or something like that. So I can create content for you that's actually going to be on a beach or in this particular location. For instance, it's almost back to school time. A lot of people probably pitched for back to school campaigns a couple months ago, but you could pitch that right now because a lot of companies, they are rolling out their back to school products and services and stuff like that. So like holiday time is coming. Like I was telling y'all, like the stuff that I'm submitting for right now is for stuff that's going to roll out like October, November, and December inside of the holiday season. So it's also sometimes thinking about like what's coming up, you know what I mean, over the next 6 months or in the next 3 to 4 months. And like, okay, how can I create something to work with that particular company or that brand? Can you use photo stocks for pics on IG? No, they want unique content. They can go dig up stock photos themselves because remember, this is user generated content. So part of the reason it's selling is because they're looking for content that's featuring like real people. So you going to get stock images isn't going to help. Thank you, Mika. Come on home. Baby, that was a hope. Let me get to it. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. So you going through pulling stock images to submit to a company, that's not what they paid you for. You know what I'm saying? They're paying you for unique images that you're creating. And some brands, it's faceless and you can provide, like there are companies that will pay for the images. There are companies that will get in campaigns and work with people and they may send you like $2,000, $3,000 a month and you create 10 pieces of content for them every single month. If for 2 weeks during that time we are absent, purchase the replays. Purchase the replays so that way you'll be able to see the replays and catch up on the times that you're absent. Tap that screen. Any other questions? You can, as long as you purchase the replays, they'll be sent to you. If you're inside of the Facebook group, the replays will be posted right on in there, like boop. So they'll be there. You'll be able to have them that way. It's the easiest way. How to grow my business and get more audience with less followers. We're not talking about that right now. What I would tell you to do is click the link in the bio, tap the 1-to-1 section, and you're going to go and book a power session. So that way I would be able to learn specific things about your business, right? You're asking me how to grow your business. I don't know what your business is. I don't know what your customers are. I don't know what your customers are like that have already purchased. I don't know the ideal customer you want. I don't know the price point of your products and your services. I don't know what your upsells are, your cross sales, your down sales. I don't know what your rates are. Like, I don't know how many people are going to your page and how many people are signing up. I don't know what your click-through rate is like in your emails. I don't know if you're running ads or not. I don't know if you've ever put together a campaign. I don't know what your inbound marketing is like. I don't know what your outbound marketing is like. I don't know if you have a tier 1 funnel set up, if you have a reverse funnel set up or not. I don't know anything about your business to be able to tell you like, oh, this is how you grow and be able to get customers without having to like, you know what I mean? And you have a small amount of followers. I don't know who's in your network. I don't know if you can do JV deals or not. I don't know if you're in an industry that's restricted, right? Like I have clients and they sell the green stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It comes from the earth. Okay. Y'all know it grows green. Okay. It has little pointy leaves. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. I have clients that are in that industry. And so literally, yes, gardening. I have clients in the gardening industry. Well, social media is very specific and very strict on them when it comes to running ads. Also, state rules and regulations are very specific about them too, about what they can give out, what they can share, different things that they're allowed to say or not say. You see what I'm saying? So like everybody, every customer is different, every industry is different. So when y'all ask me something like that that's like super specific to your business, I'm always going to tell you to click the link in my bio and book a session, because it takes work for me to work my brain to tell you what to do in your specific situation. Anybody else have any other questions about working with larger brands if you have a small account? Hey, glam artists, going once, going twice, 3 times. All right, y'all. So if y'all don't have any more questions, that is it, baby. Click the link in the bio, tap the first button, jump into the boot camp. If for some reason the link won't work, DM me the word brand and I will get you a link so you can sign up. Okay. Again, things that we're going through in this particular boot camp, it will be 6 weeks long. So that's number one. Okay. This is not a one day session. This is like multiple weeks. So we will meet via Zoom so you can come wherever you're at in the world. We have, you'll have access to a private group. So if you have additional questions, you can ask myself or you can ask the mentors. We're going to go how you actually set up your social media for success, because if brands and companies are looking with you, there is something very specific they want to see on your social media. Okay. We're going to go through how you actually get on the PR list. We're going to go through how you get invited to the brand events. We're going to go through how you create brand friendly content, because there is a different model that you're going to be using to create content. Okay. We're going to go through what specific like apps you need to be registered on so you can get these paid opportunities, because a lot of people don't know this. There are apps, and the apps will say, we will start at this amount to pay you, and this is the type of content that we're looking for. If you're in Instacoin, you can come to the boot camp. There right now we're in early bird pricing, so once the price goes up, we'll start doing discounts for people inside of Instacoin. But nothing is going to be. There's no discount that will get you to $197 for 6 weeks. Now, if y'all don't want to get in there, y'all are nuts. Like y'all are nuts. It's like $35 a week to get this type of training. Okay. How do you join the boot camp? Click the link in my bio, tap the first button. If for some reason the link won't work, DM me the word brand, and then I'll send you a direct link, and you can do it that way. So you can get in. But yeah, so like the boot camp is supposed to be at $1,297. And from everything we're going through, is well worth its price. And it's 6 weeks to come into this boot camp. But early bird is $197. And I always do like a day or two of early bird. And whoever comes in early bird, they always get the lowest price point. And we have a book now, pay later option. So that breaks it down to like $17 a month or something like that. So there's really no reason, you know what I mean? It's like crazy affordable. That's another reason I do early bird, because I know everybody, the way they checking and savings account is set up, everybody, doesn't have $1,000 or $2,000 to come into a program, even if they need it. Okay. We're also going to go through the media kit tutorials, so that way you guys know how to put together a media kit. I'm going to be showing you guys also like the framework for pitching a brand, and you will absolutely positively have weekly homework for any of you guys that are coming in here. Also, because this is not a like come and watch me, this is a come and work with me. So by the end of the boot camp, y'all should be actually getting deals. You should be able to get paid, say, oh, I made $1,000, or oh, I got a brand offer, for $300 or $500 for a piece of content. Okay. You said you want both. You should get in both. Study hall is a great way to enhance your experience. Now, if you're a person, you want some hand holding, you have a lot of questions, you want myself or one of the success coaches to be able to look over your work, to be able to look over your homework and give you feedback, you need to come into the study hall, because we actually take time. Study halls are always on Saturdays. Okay, so main class is on Wednesdays, study halls are on Saturdays. We do Saturday afternoon, just because, It's just easier to get it done and more people can come. Okay. So you want to get into boot camp, you'll get the study hall. Also inside the study hall, outside of feedback and being able to work with myself and the coaches, there's additional skills that we teach in the study hall that everybody else doesn't get. And these are more specific when it comes to creating the content. Okay. So in the general boot camp, of course, we're going to cover content creation because this is how you get the brand deals. But we get really in depth with content creation and different tips and settings and stuff like that. Different ideas, different things. Like there's a list of different categories of content you need to have on deck at all times to be able to like go out with any type of pitch. Also, we go through how to. I give you additional lists. I already have like a bunch of PR emails set up depending on what categories and like you, so that way you don't have to hunt down and search for who the contact is for some of these companies. And then also the pitch templates. So you got both. All right, Mary, come through. Okay. So anyway, it's a really extensive boot camp. Like I say, it's 6 weeks. There's no way that we can get through all of this information in one day. If we tried to get through all of it in one day, a lot of y'all would just freak out, like your whole brain would melt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Y'all would just be like over it. Y'all wouldn't even know. You would be, if we try to give you everything in one day, you would be so overwhelmed. And what would happen is most of y'all would leave after a 7 or 8 hour workshop. You would never apply any of the information that I showed you. You would never reach out to a brand, and it's going to be a waste. Okay. And this is literally a way for you to create additional income. What I like about some of these apps and some of these platforms inside of the marketplace is like literally the company will tell you like, oh, we're paying $300 for this type of content. I'm paying $1,000 for this type of content. I'm paying $3,500 for this type of content. And they'll tell you too, like, now I will tell y'all this, most time if they get in, it's like, not all the time, but most of the time, if it's like $3,500 or $4,500 that they're paying for a piece of content, at that point, they're going to want like a minimum follower count. And normally they want you to have so many views on your last 3 pieces or 5 pieces or, 10 pieces of content or something like that. When it's smaller, like $200, $300 dollars, stuff like that, at that point in time, they're looking for user generated content. The content is never even going to show up on your page. You create the content, you submit it to the company gives you your money. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Is this for people who are selling actual products? You can come in if you want, if you're selling products and you want to be able to brush up on your skills, but this particular boot camp is for people that want to work, that want to make money from brand deals. They want to make money from user generated content. That's what we're focused on for this particular boot camp. If you just want to sell your products in general, you should come into probably like my Instacoin Academy. That's where I would tell you to come for that, or Monetization Nation. But this particular, the small accounts, big brand boot camp, it is literally for people that want to make money through like their Facebook, their TikTok, and their Instagram from working with companies. That's all this is all this is for. And so you can make money through UGC, you can make money through native content, you can make money, of course, through like the affiliate deals and links, and you can make money with brand deals and with campaigns. And so this is literally like how you do it, because there's always a lot of information, but nobody really tells you what you need to do, right? Everybody's so top secret about how they get on, about who their managers are, about where they're being listed, about where they're finding these opportunities, about how they're pitching and all of that stuff. Will there be any sales on Instacoin Academy soon? Child, you just missed one. I had one. Was it last week? I let like 3 people in for $49.97. If you're really Nasia, if you're really, 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 really serious about coming to Instacoin, DM me the word Instacoin and I will let you in. But you better be ready to join today. If you know you're not coming in today, don't send me a DM. Because we have to go and reset a lot of stuff, and basically what we have to do is make a special coupon for you, so that way it takes the price down, so you will be able to come in at the price point that I let those people in. So you say you've been listening for years. Okay, DM me the word Instacoin and I will make like, you say you're about to cry. I hope it's tears of joy. DM me, but seriously, DM me the word Instacoin, okay? And then we got to make a special coupon code for you. And then I got to get you, we got to go and reactivate, because what we do is people will, like if we do a sale or something, see, people think they slick. Let me tell y'all about y'all shady bunnies, okay? But y'all taught me about how people like to move. So what people would do is they would sit on a link for like a long time. Like sometimes it would be a year or a year and a half, and y'all would still have a link. And then I'd be like, oh, you can get a planner today, or oh, you can get Instacoin or something, right? And then they will go back to some link they had a year and a half ago and come in. And I'd be like, oh, you a dirty beep, 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 beep. So what I did is we started, that's when y'all see me start incorporating deadline funnel. Yes, people do it. They'll do it longer than a year. That's when we start. I had somebody dig back to a price. We did a sale in 2019. I put it on sale like 6 months ago. They went all the way back to a link from 2019, and I could see them repeatedly trying to make the link work, and it wouldn't. But they were trying. It's like out of control. That's out of control. Maybe they can stay in. Jay Janice, let whoever this is line. Hey, if you're in here right now, and if you bought my courses, my programs, you come into my boot camps, any of those sorts of types of things, and you have been able to work with me, you've worked with my team, I've given you more than what you expected, and you've made money, go ahead and drop an emoji in the chat. And maybe it's nothing. Okay. But like literally, so that's when I started doing the deadline funnels though, and putting them on so that people can't do that anymore to me. So literally we have to go and reactivate pages, and we have to go and like, take out different pieces of coding and stuff to be able to turn something back on. Thank you for everybody that's dropping the emojis right now. Thank you so much. So that's how that works. So that's what I'm saying, to see if you really, really serious. DM me the word Instacoin. You and I will talk. We'll create a custom coupon code for you, because I'm not going to say it out here to be just for you. But I just need you to go ahead and register today. Okay. To register today. And then you slide on in. Neezy line. Thank you for my badge, baby doll. Thank you. So yeah, just DM me, and then I'll get it to you. We'll go and I'll make the coupon code, but you have to give me a little bit of time, because like I said, we got to go in and change some stuff in the back end to make it available to you. But I know you've been with me for a long time. That's why I said I'll honor the sales price if you're really coming in today, if you're super serious. Thank you for my Community Fest BBP cakes. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else got any other questions about the boot camp or about the content we went through today? Okay. Everybody with Sell Your Stuff will be, I think, tomorrow and Wednesday we'll be going through Sell Your Stuff this week. So we'll keep on moving over there. Okay. But that was a good question. Yes, this particular boot camp is for working specifically with brands and companies. Okay. It is not for selling your regular products and your regular services. So that was thank you for asking that, for clarifying that, because if you came in thinking, I was going to show you guys how to retarget and customer conversion and stuff like that, baby, you would have got in there and your feelings would have been hurt, because we ain't doing none of that. Okay. This is all about working with the company. So everything's going to be about pitching the companies, reaching out to the companies, creating content that's like brand friendly, how to start creating content, like what's inside of your house, what your backgrounds need to look like, your lighting, what needs to be in your portfolio, all of those sorts of types of things. You said, will class be the same time every week? Yes. Unless there's some type of emergency, Nisha. And then normally if there's an emergency, we'll give you guys advance notice. It doesn't happen a lot, but every blue moon, I may be like, okay, y'all, we got to move class to Tuesday or to Thursday, or we'll have to move it to Friday because of XYZ. That rarely happens, but it does happen on occasion. You know what I mean? We'll have to reschedule a class, but for right now, class will be every Wednesday, 6:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you can put it in your calendar and you'll you'll show up to the Zoom and baby will be right in there having class. Study halls, I believe, will be Saturdays at 1 p.m. is what time I believe study halls will be. Could this information be useful to our own brands? If you are looking to do collaborations, or if you're looking to hire micro influencers and nano influencers to work with your brand, it would be helpful for that. But outside of that, not really. I'm telling you, you have to come into Instacoin. Instacoin is my program where I teach people how to sell their own stuff, how to develop their own brands, how to scale their sales, and all of those sorts of types of things. That's where that works at. This particular workshop, I know you keep asking me stuff. You trying to make it be for something that it's not. It's not. This is for people that want to work with brands, and that's it. If you're not looking to work with a brand through like either a brand deal or UGC content, don't come to this boot camp. This is what this boot camp is for. If you're a person and you want to work with companies, like you want to get paid to do stuff that you're already interested in, it's aligning with the content that you already produce. And why not make an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a month? Why not make an extra $10,000 or $12,000 a month working with brands and through partnerships? And for any of you, if you're in here and you have a large account already, you'll be making like $10,000, $12,000 a post. Okay. You'll make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a post. If you already have a large account. But like I said, whenever brands start paying that type of money, they do want you to have a minimum follower count. So if somebody reaches out to me and they're like, hey, can you create a piece of content for us that we can use on social media, that we can put on our website? Maybe they want you to do two stories and a post or something, especially if they want me to post it on my page as well. That's when that gets into thousands of dollars. So when you see people talking about they close like a 4-figure, 5-figure brand deals, stuff like that, those are normally those parameters. When you have a smaller account, you're normally going to make anywhere from $100 to $2,500 for your initial post. If it's UGC content, you do not have to put it on your page at all. You just create the content and you turn it into the company. So it's very, very different. It's very, very different. But you're basically, you have a portfolio and you using your page to show the quality and the caliber of the content that you can create, because they're looking for native organic content. Normally, there also may be some type of licensing, so that way that company or that brand that you worked with, they have the permission to circulate your content on their pages or in ads. You see what I'm saying? And there are fees for that, for them to be able to do that. So that's again why I don't, I know a lot of people go into TikTok shop and they're like, oh, I got my free sample of my wig or my shirt or my foundation or whatever it is that you're getting. But literally, once you lock into an agreement and you say, I'm going to produce this amount of content for you, and I'm going to do it for this time frame, and I'm going to do it within these time parameters, you now have a tax liability. And TikTok will send you, okay, at the end of the year, and some of these companies too, they're going to send you 1099s. Even if they don't send it to you, they're going to report it to the IRS, and the IRS is going to say that you have a tax obligation on this, because the IRS is looking at it as money. They're not saying, oh, well, you got a $200 pot and pan set or whatever, and it's a gift. They're like, no, the IRS sees it as you made $201 bills, and you have to pay your share on that. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Can this work with voiceover content? Yeah. A lot of companies, that's what I said, a lot of companies, you'll be amazed with the type of content that they're looking for, that they want from creators. They'll give you super specifics. They'll say, I want a picture or image that uses this caption, you know what I mean? And here's an example. Literally it's there on a regular basis. So a lot of it again is about having your stuff prepared properly so that you can work with the brands and with the companies, knowing how to reach out to them and knowing how to create brand centered content, right, that looks native to a platform. That's really what it's about. So and one cool thing I do like about TikTok compared to other companies, they do make it a lot easier to get in the door. So like TikTok sent me an email this morning, and I was just like, oh, geez, I was a little overwhelmed, but it said like 1,670 companies want to work with me right now. And because TikTok has this the way it's set up on the back end, the companies can search for different content creators, and then they can like send us emails, they can send us messages, they can put in notes, they can say this is the product like that we want to work with you on, and then you can start the process of negotiations, right? So literally what I try and sit down and do, is go through and say, okay, which of these products are even products that I would really use, that I'm really interested in. And then from there, let me go to these account pages and see what type of content they're looking for. And is that even content, you know what I mean, that like I will create that's in my vein? Is this user generated content, or are they wanting, it to be more like a partnership post where I'm actually going to be posting it on my social media accounts too? All of those things, play a big part into the rate and all of that. Study hall and replay in the same location. Yes, study halls will be via Zoom. And the replays will be they'll be put into the group, and y'all will be email. Any of you guys will get the replays too. You'll be emailed a link, and they'll be put inside of a Google Drive. And because you'll notice that the group and the replays are connected. So if anybody's in the group, they have access to the replays, but we'll give it to y'all inside of the group, and we'll give it to you in the email in a folder. I hope that answered that question though. So yeah. So TikTok is dope though, because TikTok does make it easier, because the brands already took the first step to reach out to you. So it does save you a lot of time, because you don't have to look for like PR emails and stuff. And sometimes they'll be like, email us at this address if you're interested, or if it's a company from overseas, a lot of times they'll have like a WhatsApp number, and you can talk to whoever it is that's in control of working with content creators. And so that's why I'm telling y'all, like, you don't have to be an influencer to make money with social media. You don't have to be an influencer to work with a brand, but you do need to be a strong content creator. And creating content for a brand is a lot different than you creating, the content that you're just putting on the platform for enjoyment. So anyway, y'all, let me get up off of here, because I got calls and carrying on that I got to get done. All right. I will be back on this evening, because we need to battle. We have to battle, y'all. We also have a TikTok official battle coming up on the 19th. Okay, put it in your calendars. I was trying to make an event. TikTok wouldn't let me make the event for whatever reason. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. If y'all got other questions, write them down. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be back on, because like I said, there's way more stuff that I have information I need to give y'all about working with brands. But if any of you guys felt like today was helpful, you know what I'm saying? Click the link in the bio, tap the first button, go ahead and register for the boot camp. Okay. And other than that, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day.